Today's Battle of the Free Trading Strategies features the successful heiken ashi super trend super strategy, it just keeps on winning, versus the 299% in 2 days no loss strategy from the YouTube channel Data Trading. That's quite a claim. Guys, both of these systems and backtesting have shown success. Which one will come out on top? Stay tuned and let's find out. And now let's take a look at the tail of the tape. For the Super Trend Super Strategy, it's a 2-to-1 reward to risk system featuring heiken ashi charts. We use a regular 5-minute chart to confirm the entry price. Heiken ashi obviously is more of an indicator than an actual chart that you can use, but it works great. It has 2 super trend indicators by Everget, one with a 14 ATR period and a 2 ATR multiplier, the other with a 21 ATR period and a 1 ATR multiplier. It's a trailing stop strategy, and that helps limit any losses. And as you've seen from the videos, it wins. And now we'll take a look at the tape for the Data Trading Zero Loss strategy. The strategies, unfortunately, is not complete in their video, and so we're going to try to just fix that up a little bit so we can see if it's competitive, because the indicators actually do a pretty good job, and we backtested it on quite a few different markets and found quite a bit of success. So what we've done, we've listed here as having an undefined reward to risk. So we set it the same as a 2-to-1 as the other system, because if you win some trades, you're going to make some money with it. It features the Trader XO Macro Trend Scanner by BTC Charlie there on TradingView, and a modified MACD indicator that will pop up the parameters for you here in just a few minutes. And also a 200 period EMA to suggest where the trend's headed and you don't go against the trend of the 200 period EMA. The stop strategy, watching the video from Data Trading, they just don't give any information. You just see they just randomly pop on trades and show it just constantly winning, and we know that isn't true, and we're not going to completely fault them for it, because like I said, I messed around with it and had quite a bit of luck with it. So what we did is we set it up as a trailing stop system, just again to try to limit those losses, because otherwise it can just get annihilated, and we don't want that. So guys, let's take a quick look at the rules here, and to get right into the action. We'll have 3 days of trading, and we do them 3 days in a row. There's no picking good and bad days to make one win over the other. Right now, as I'm filming this, we're finishing up the 3rd day, and you'll see the results of that at the end of the video here. So it's the last 3 days. We just take trades during the U.S. stock session. This is a scalping situation, and you know, as a scalper, you're not going to sit here 24 hours a day just looking for that perfect trade. And yeah, you can use alarms and things, but I'm just trying to be realistic of what I do in my life, in my trading world. We don't take trades with less than an hour left in the session, and all trades will be closed 5 minutes before the market closes. And also, if we have major news like the FOMC, we'll do the same thing. We'll drop out if we're holding a trade before all that volatility happens. And lastly listed here, all efforts are made to follow the strategy rules. We're watching these videos just like you are and trying to figure out sometimes what in the world are they doing and how does that work. And then if we can, you know, work it up a little bit to make sure that it's competitive and see, could it actually work? That's what we're looking for here, and just to have some fun with this. And last, guys, this is not financial advice. It's just entertainment. I don't trade these systems on a daily basis. I have my own system, but it uses discretion, and there's no way to show a discretionary system versus another discretionary system from someone else, because, well, two minds rarely ever think alike. All right, guys, straight to the action here. Here comes the bell for round 1. Okay, we're going to get right into the action here on day 1. On the left, we have the Super Trend Super Strategy, and on the right, we have Data Trading Zero Loss Strategy. You can see on this day, they're just trying to feel each other out here a little bit and say, are you going to be coming out strong, or just going to be a little bit defensive and learn the moves that both systems are offering? And you can see early on here, the Super Trend Super Strategy gets what we call a second entry short. As you can see, the sell bar over here, And unfortunately, it's a losing trade. The market's choppy on this day, and it's fun to show that on here because not every day is a great trending day, and a lot of these strategies, especially these free ones, are highly reliant on hitting the big moving days. And we'll see those in the next coming days here. But it's fun to show this, even though it's going to be a tough day for both systems, because you have to remember, if you're going to try out any of these strategies, try them on the tough days first and enjoy the big days later. It gets stopped out at the full stop out, which is 48.37, and it gets a reversal signal. You can see the two buy signals here on the two super trend indicators is the signal to go ahead and get in. We get in on the next bar. We use a regular 5-minute chart to confirm the actual entry price. And unfortunately, the market's not done chopping. And so for the super trend strategy, it has a 2-loss or 2-win maximum per day rule, and that ends its day with a loss of 135.96. That stings. The challenger has gotten away with some simple sparring, and so we move on over and we take a look at the day trading zero loss strategy, and it relies on these little arrows here, the green arrow for a buy and of course the red arrow for a sell. The green arrow for a buy, it has the MACD in line for it, but it's below the EMA, so that's a false signal. A little bit later in the day here, 2 or 3 hours into the session, we do get a sell signal, and unfortunately the same thing happens. We took a full loss on that. We're trying to figure out some trailing stop stuff to do with this. The market really never got going enough to move the stop, and so it takes the full loss there. And at 58.83, that's certainly manageable. These prices are figured on just the value of 1 Bitcoin. Now guys, let's take a look at round 2 as we start to hear the bell here. Alright, so the bell sounds on day 2, round 2 here. This is the day that systems look for. We've got huge movement in the markets. I mean, $500, $600, $700, $800, $600. Oh, I mean, more than that. Thousands of dollars of movement on the Bitcoin today. It's a very volatile day. Fortunes were made and broken on guys that were trying to trade this. Obviously, the champ gets in early, gets a signal, and unfortunately starts out with another loss. And we're thinking, boy, this is just not going to be our day, and maybe the contender is going to come in and take this. Takes a quick loss on, again, a second entry sell, gets a reverse signal, and we jump right into it, and then just a huge winner. $574 on that quickly. It just goes straight up. We get our full 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio profit. And not long after that, we get a nice sell signal, just showing that it's going to be a reversal. And sure enough, it goes miles. I mean, and just another huge win, 725.95. Obviously, would have gone much farther if you're just trailing stop, but this system doesn't always give that opportunity to win on that. So 1161.52 on the day, guys. That's a fantastic day. The contender comes in, and not to be outdone here, again takes an early loss. It gets the signal. You can see here on the little green arrow here, and MACD's up. It has crossed the EMA, and so we jump in. It gets going, and we take it out on the rather than taking the full. You can see here on a 2-to-1, the full loss would have been $617, and my goodness, that would be a lot. And so using that trailing stop idea, we limited that loss to $175 basically, and you'll see that just pays out better for the system. I've tracked it quite a few places and it works. Then it gets back in later, we get back under that EMA, we get a nice sell signal, and again set it up to do a trailing stop, but we go ahead and hit our profit pretty quick, and just a huge trade, $877. So we factor those two together, and 702.96 on the day. And guys, that's a great day for both systems. Now they're starting to feel like they've got something going, and they're going to take it into that third round and see if either one of them can get a knockout punch. All right, the bell sounded. We're into day 3 here. Both systems need a big round to finish this matchup and see who's going to win. The champ says, "I'm going to get right in here and get to signal on a buy signal," and unfortunately, it just goes wrong. These days have been start out early, and as the stock market really gets going, it's reversing that system out and causing a little bit of trouble for the super trend strategy. But it ends up with a 289.76 loss. Jumps right back in again. We get a reversal signal there, and jump into the short side and get a big win, 691.87. A great day. You see, we have the sell that both come in. It's hard to see because one's kind of covering the other one up here, but we get the double sell signal there, and that's the key to reverse that system out. And sure enough, it goes for just a nice big day there, and actually got almost all of that move, which was amazing. The contender comes in, gets one good signal today. You see the little red arrow. Now, I went ahead and took this short because the MACD was crossing at that point. You see it left it with just a tiny green bar, but traditionally most MACD traders say, well, it's going to head on over, barring any just crazy news or something, and sure enough it did. And that gives it a nice short trade of 599.25 and finishes itself up with a nice day as well. So guys, let's look at the final results here and see who wins. Okay, traders, what a battle. 3 days, both of them with a losing first day losses, and then they both recouped greatly. You'll see here the totals. The super trend, super strategy remains champ with a winning average and total of 1427.67. So just taking the technical victory here. And both systems performed really well. They showed their weakness, which is rangy, choppy days, and I think you'll see that on a lot of these free strategies, as we mentioned before. Guys, we're having a lot of fun filming these. We hope you get something fun out of them, and maybe you can try some things in your own trading strategies based on what you're seeing here. And we're not afraid to take on these systems from just about anybody and see who wins. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe and stay tuned here and click one of the boxes you see to watch another video. Guys, take care.